students. Here I am coming to you from my home while we're quarantined during the coronavirus. I hope you're not getting too stir crazy. Because I'm here to teach you about some research skills. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you how to find some sources online using our library databases. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is open up your iPad and open up a browser, maybe Safari, and just go to the New Prairie High School homepage. It's a little tricky to get to. Make sure that you ask for help if you have trouble finding it. On my browser, I have a little panel over here on the right side that has the website link. But here it is, the New Prairie High School homepage. Hit the menu button in the upper left and go to the library page. Great, here it is, library. We've got research and writing things here, a bunch of resources for you. And as I mentioned, we're looking particularly at the databases. So here we are. These are all the databases we've got. There's a bunch of them, one's for different topics. So just to highlight a few different databases, we have science, that's obviously for science experiments and that kind of thing. There's one called Opposing Viewpoints, which is really great for current events and controversial issues. Biography is obviously good if you're researching a person or an individual, and world history might be useful for any number of things related to world history. Well, just pick one of those. I think for the purposes of your current assignment, you maybe want to do world history or opposing viewpoints or biography. All right, let's check out the world history database. Here it is. If you're logging in from home, you're going to need to use your password. The password is Cougar Library, all lowercase with no space. And here's what the database looks like. You can see it's organized by different topics. You can browse these topics in different categories. That can be really helpful. Just check out the different categories that people have. But you can also browse all the topics just by hitting that light bulb, or you can search too at the top. So let's search for the topic South China Sea, China Sea. And there's a page for that. There's a whole page that pulls together a bunch of different sources for that. You can see they're divided up in terms of reference sources, magazines, academic journals, audio or newspaper articles. So yeah, I think reference is a good place to start, give you a little background. But as you dig a little deeper, you might want to go into some of the news articles or check out some of the maybe the audio clips or magazines. All those things can be helpful for research. So I'm not sure what the requirements are for your assignment for citations, but one neat little tool up here that I'm going to show you is a citation button. So if you're actually generating citations, a works cited page or a bibliography for your assignment, this can be extremely helpful. Rather than going through the whole laborious process of typing out the citation, this button will just generate it for you. So that's a handy little tool there. I encourage you to use that. Now at this point you might be wondering, why, Mr. Holman, should I use these databases and the websites? Well, there's a couple different things. First, there is the citation button that I showed you. That can be really handy. The regular old Google doesn't have a citation button that you can just click to make a citation for you. So there you go. Nice tool there. But there's other reasons too. For one thing, some of those articles I showed you, those newspaper articles, you can access those on Google. If you try to look at a New York Times article or a Washington Post article, what you'll find is that you have to pay money to subscribe. So that's another reason. The databases can get you past the paywall. Finally, there's a little bit of the reputability of some of these sources. The reference articles and that kind of thing, those come from encyclopedias that you can't just get for free necessarily online either. I think the convenience of finding things all in one place, the citation button, and getting over the paywall, those are all nice reasons why you should try to use the database.